So I've just been wiring up this slot machine topper. I bought this after watching a video on BigClive.com's YouTube channel. Big shout out to him. You can check out the link to that video in the description below. I braided this cable and just added some bullet connectors. All it runs on is a 12 volt 2 amp power supply. It's actually rated for 1.5 amps, but this was the next best thing and that works perfectly. As you can see, it's running fine. These are on eBay at the moment. They are dirt cheap. I recommend just getting one for the sake of it. I mean, these things would have been really expensive when they were new. I'll leave a link to the seller I bought it from in the description below. This is my Italian job-free fruit machine. I'm currently doing some repairs on it. I paid £70 for this in about 2012, and they're worth a lot more money now. The reel mechanism for the higher or lower, that was hanging off, and I did a repair. I did an epoxy resin repair. Let me just remove this from here. Slide it off. So this plate, you can see where the plastic was snapped there. This was all snapped off, and I used epoxy resin to reattach it all, and it's been fine ever since. Let me just reattach this panel. And I also had to replace the battery on the main board. That's also gone again, so I'm replacing that, and I'm also going to replace the power supply because, as you can see, it's gone rusty. It still powers up, it's just not functioning, so I'm going to replace the power supply unit. And the other thing that's broken on this is I've removed one of the slot tray for cashing out and refunding old money. Just moved it out the way because I had to remove the coin tray. As you can see, it's well used, it's had a long life. I might give it a touch up of paint, but I think it could do with being powder coated. But I had to remove this out the way because where it bolts in here, this whole front thing, it looks like it's metal, but it's actually plastic. These two pieces of plastic where it bolts on, they had both snapped off. So when you were trying to lock it, it was pushing inwards and flexing inwards, and it wouldn't lock properly. You had to keep pulling it back out. What I've done is I've glued these back on. They're obviously not going to hold if you try and attach it the correct way, because they only take these little screws in that way through here like this. They attach that way. So what I've done is I have drilled a hole here and a hole here, and I've milled it out a little bit so I can put some M4 bolts all the way through, and I'll put the nut on the back and screw them in from the front. I couldn't be bothered getting a replacement front panel and taking everything off just so that would be fixed, because it's obviously going to go again because it's very thin. This, I think, just bolting it on, it's not going to be for public use, it's just for me, and that's a good old repair job done. On that repair will be fine because it'll be bolting to itself and it will make the machine operate correctly, or should I say close correctly. Then I'll put this back in place. So hopefully we can get it back into full working order, and I'll do a full video of me doing some gameplay on it. If you want to see a full cycle of this topper doing its thing, you can see a link to that below, or you can see a link to that up there. If you want to see some more fruit machine content, let us know in the comments below, and I'll catch us all on the next one. Why does this guy look like David Tennant?